still going. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Shut up! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
We'll start the drive with blue. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Now looking to throw. It's loose. Live ball inside the end zone. And the fumble recovery is made. All right, Brock, here it is, the totally calm and opening drive safety to put our first points on the board.
You know, Kate, I don't know why baseball's cornered the market on this adage of, well, the great thing about baseball is you show up and anything can happen. You may see something you've never seen before. Well, it's the same thing in this game. And we just witnessed it right there. I think that's the first time on an opening drive I've seen a safety, and I think it sets the scene for what's going to be a wild, wild day.
16 yards. First down, Washington.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Daniels setting up the play action. Complete out to the right side. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Panthers 60, Panthers 19 life.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Running for the first time with the Louisville Cardinal. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Dose of the hurry up here.
It's 3rd and 10.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. It's his running back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Gain 15 there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This one's caught. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
It's now 2nd and 6. 8-yard line.
They'll empty the backfield. Motion him right. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push the lead to 2 scores now.
Cowboys nothing.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Turpin with a return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
70 range. Let's go now.
Throwing now off the play action. Cut out left. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Dallas first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Well, first down. It's Blue. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw here. And screen here to Blue. Has a lane inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
The 17-yard line.
From the red zone now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's going to be second down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Street, come on, man up. Cut 19. 18, Pioneer. 19, Lion. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Chased out to his right. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Commanders will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll run. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on a quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Our score reads 9-0. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70.
Daniels now. Connects with Fant. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's another Washington.
70, here we go.
A gain of 14 yards.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He gets it to Fant. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Running back sent in motion. Daniels from the pistol. Brings it in. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 14. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Hurt. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Let's go.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
16, Cowboys 7.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead to 15. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 16-point lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 14. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. In the pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Come on. Set. 19, pioneer. Come 19 tight. 19 tight. Steady.
You hear from the pistol. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Offense up to the line fast. Working now from the gun. Caught, nice game left side. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Up the middle, Blue. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
The third down run with Blue. The second down run produces 7 before they bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's a gain of 7.
Third down from the gun. So Brock, we're down to 1 minute and 59 seconds to play now in our opening half. Stay with us. More from AT&T Stadium coming up. The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They're going for this. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Shotgun snap, a give to Blue. He'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Shotgun now on third down. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Cowboys jump some of the lead off before the half.
That is what I call emptying the tank right there, baby. Giving him all he had. He's not a running quarterback by trade, but he's creative. He just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys will trail by 9.
14.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10.
7 targets, 7 targets. Come 19, come 19. Go.
Daniels setting up the play action. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
70. Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
19.
Throw here, third down. Connecting on the slant. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run here on first down. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
To the air on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4th down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it. 4th down, pass coming. It's caught by McLaurin. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready, go. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Ready.
Daniels on 1st down. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. There he goes again. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape with faith pressure and get that 1st down anyway.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Last thing they wanted to do was make this field goal try easier, but they were jumpy, and they did just that. So before we get an attempt, there's contact up front. Will it make this field goal easier or harder? Last thing they wanted to do was make this field goal try easier, but they were jumpy, and they did just that. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that grows their lead to 12.
14.
Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the 2nd half. And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the 3rd quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did he say no?
No. No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do...
Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumps early looking to block that kick. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Pass is caught by Blue. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Dragon 60. 69. Go.
They're going play action. Right side, Ferguson's got it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. And he put everything he's got behind it. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Offense to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He's going to throw it again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense in the hurry up here. Air it out on 3rd. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. This one's caught. And this one does not go far.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Give on second here to Blue. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down. Looking quickly here.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
19, Tiger, 19, trap 60, trap 60. Get up.
4th down. They're going to throw for it. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And he's out the clear. He's at the 30. And the Commanders get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Here's another for him. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
For a linebacker to make a tackle for loss on a toss play like that, yes, it's about speed, but even more so, Kate, that was a perfect angle he took.
Here we go. Here we go.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Commanders 40, Cowboys 14.
Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Turpin with a return. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Let's go.
Again, it's blue. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense in the hurry up here.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll work against the blitz. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football. We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. The cover guys go shut it down.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll throw for it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Gets this to Fans. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ready, set.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Go. Hut, hut.
Blown back into the handoff. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 14-yard
Here we go. Set, go.
Here's Daniels. On the move, headed right. Throws caught. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's ready.
Daniels now. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They give it to him up the middle. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Daniels back to throw. That one connects. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. Goes to the hurry up here.
4th and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
All movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Ready, ready.
After that penalty, composure is needed as they're going to go for this.
Set up. Mustang Knights. Hut.
Daniels to throw on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. And he won't escape. They converge on him, drive him backwards after that catch. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Working on 1st down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. We do it.
He'll throw from his end zone. He's trying to push the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. From his end zone, 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Mike Sanderson makes the play. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Daniels setting up the play action. He rolls to his right. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Finds a man right side. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
But it's 4th down.
19 Lions. Ready.
Again, Daniels to the air. That'll be the 1st and more. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders continue piling it on here in the 4th. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Turpin with a return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Come 19. Go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down. But damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast.
By Chris Braswell. It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line.
That's good for our Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First down, here's Dak. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Following the sack, they need a big chunky yards here, Brock. It is second down and very long. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're finally able to send him out. Give up a great gain, but surprisingly, not first down. It's third down instead.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Prescott now to throw on third down. It's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. All right, they're going to throw for it. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. That's going to cut 2 more off that lead.
The score. Commanders 47. Cowboys 22.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Oh, the Cowboys are saying they have it, and it looks like they do! Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Commanders, moments away from win number 12.
First down, Washington.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Commanders keep running away with this. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tack on 7 more to their lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Devontae Turpin on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10. airing it out to start this drive. Trying to push deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jacorian Bennett has it.
Jay, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now he really managed to go second down.
Headed out right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. First down from the 42.
A gain of 13 yards.
They're going to pass it here. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders are running them out of the building. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue adding on to that lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Turpin with a return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped.
Turpin on the return. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Who gets the handoff? And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action on first down. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. 35 on the pickup. And now they have a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Street. Panther 11. Ready.
Now it's Blue. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game.
At the 7-yard line.
Go! Crack all 80.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got one more snap coming up.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
One final shot here. And it's incomplete on third and goal. So it's a win